All right. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Movement Meditation. Just by way of introduction, for those that might be joining us for the first time, this is a practice of curiosity and safety in your body. So for some of us, the body has been shamed and has a whole lot of baggage around it. But today, the purpose of this practice is to get into the body in your safe space and to just be curious and to notice what's going on, because we are not just our head, we are a whole body being, mind, body, spirit, all working together as we move through the world. So I want to invite you to find a safe space, maybe a room all by yourself. If you want to turn your camera off, you are welcome to do so. If you want to leave it on, you are welcome to do so. Whatever it is that makes you feel like you can express what you need to express. I'm going to give you some movement prompts. If they don't work for you, feel free to do your own thing. That's fine too. Just allowing a childlike curiosity to enter into the practice today. So I just want to invite you to maybe just start by closing down the eyes and going within. Of course, if you prefer to keep your eyes open, you may. But just drawing our attention to the inner world. Not so much what we can see, but what we can feel. Taking a few deep breaths. And just noticing how you're feeling in the body today. Maybe you're feeling relaxed or maybe a bit stressed. Maybe there's twinges of pain. Just noticing. Alan Watts writes, by replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity, we open ourselves up to an infinite stream of possibility. We can let fear rule our lives, or we can become childlike with curiosity, pushing our boundaries, leaping out of our comfort zones and accepting what life puts before us. By replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity, we open ourselves up to an infinite stream of possibility. We can let fear rule our lives, or we can become childlike with curiosity, pushing our boundaries, leaping out of our comfort zones, and accepting what life puts before us. In the world today, there is so much unknown. And that can be scary. But for just this time today, can we get curious about the unknown? I'm going to invite you now to just drop left ear to left shoulder, just feeling a neck stretch. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. That will make it a little more intense. Get curious. How does changing the position and the direction of the face change the stretch? And when you're ready, dropping chin to chest. Again, draw those shoulders away from the ears so that you really feel a stretch in the back of the neck and the shoulders. Again, get curious about the direction of the face. Exploring. And then right ear, right shoulder. When you're ready, slowly bring it back to center. Draw the head upright again, rooting down through the sit bones, rising up through the crown of the head. Just take a moment to sit tall. Maybe tuck your tailbone under just slightly so you feel your belly engaged. Feel what it feels like just for a moment to take up a little more space. And then I invite you to open your arms like wings out to the side. Really stretch through the fingertips. Widen those fingers, really splaying them out. Again, lifting the heart, take up space. And then I want to invite you to wrap your hands together. So left's going to go under right, and see if you can wrap your hands together. For some of you, depending on your flexibility, it might be back of the hands together. For others still, it might just be forearms together. Wherever you're at, I want you to see if you can lift your elbows in line with your shoulders. Hands are in line with your elbows, and then draw the shoulders down the back. You should feel a really intense shoulder stretch. It should be delightful and yet very tense. If you push the hands together, maybe it gets even more intense. But just being curious about this feeling, tension but not pain. 3, 2, 1. Release those hands, open up like wings, lift the heart space. This time right goes under left. Find your wrap halfway or forearms together. Just noticing with curiosity what's happening in the body. Three, 2, 1. Release those hands down. Just take a moment to flop and notice what's happening in the shoulders as you release the tension. Take a moment to find yourself in a standing position. Coming up slowly, maybe moving your chair out of the way if you've got one. Making a bit of a safe space. We're going to use a little bit of space here. And ground down through the soles of both feet. Almost like there's roots going out of the bottom of your feet so you can stand tall. Again, sending the shoulder blades down the back, lifting the heart space, taking up space. Even in this position here, standing strong, can you consider and be curious about the feelings that you feel in the body? Do you instantly want to slump? Or can you stay tall? By replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity, we open ourselves up to an infinite stream of possibility. We can let fear rule our lives, or we can become childlike with curiosity. pushing our boundaries, leaping out of our comfort zones and accepting what life puts before us. Have a look down at your feet, and we're going to engage our imagination here. We're going to feel like there's water filling up the ground. Maybe coming about halfway up your shins. And then I want to invite you with this imagination in tow to begin to move as if moving through shin deep water. Can you maybe kick and be curious with childlike wonder? Maybe splash in puddles, or even scoop up water and pour it all over you. Ever seen a kid, a toddler, playing in puddles? It's quite the sight. There's no care for being clean. There's no care for what they look like. It's just the wonder of water, of fun. You are loved, and in this love you are safe, and in this safe place of being accepted and loved, before and after everything, you are free to explore, to question, to seek, to be curious, and to fling open the door and head out into the unknown. Maybe someone's pulled that plug on that water now, and as it drains out, I want you to imagine yourself in this safe space. You are loved, and in this love you are safe, and in this safe place of being accepted and loved before and after everything else, you are free to explore. Begin to feel around your safe space. Is it expansive, or is it maybe a little bit small? If it was really a safe space, if you really felt completely loved and held in this space and free to be curious and childlike, how would you move? Begin to move however you want to. With curiosity and freedom. free to explore, to question, to seek, be curious. To fling open the door and head out into the unknown. Because by replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity, we open ourselves up to an infinite stream of possibility. And let fear rule our lives, or we can become childlike with curiosity, pushing our boundaries, or leaping out of our comfort. More minutes here, exploring, moving, being curious, surrendering to movement, getting out of the head and into the body. Find yourself standing 2 feet on the ground. Find your solid ground once again. Let's soft through the knees, and we're just going to begin to bounce a little bit. When children encounter trauma or stress, you will notice they will prostrate themselves on the ground and have a tantrum. They will burst into tears uncontrollably and let it out, moving it through their body. As adults, we feel like we need to be a bit sensible about the whole situation. And we just shut it down. But our body is still holding it. The invitation here is just to begin to maybe even allowing it to turn into a bit of a moving all that stuck stuff, all those frustrations, all the things that your body and mind have encountered, just begin to move it through the body and out. It stays as a small tremor or shake, or maybe it gets a bit more aggressive. As long as you are in your safe space, you're aware of your surroundings, and in this safe space begin to move and shake and have a tantrum if you need to, how you want to. You're in a space where you're able to get full in this. Have a yell, curse if you need to. Just as you are in all the mess, you are loved. feel like you're a little bit exhausted from all that shaking, as we move through the stress cycle, creating that kind of feeling of exhaustion and puffing, we return to the breath once again. We return to stillness. Deep, long, and controlled breath, moving from chaos to calm. And when you're ready, maybe taking a leap. Taking fluid movement, not chaotic movement, but from shaking, but instead getting a little more fluid, whatever that means. Long breath. Inhales, long exhales. Replacing fear of the unknown with curiosity. Opening yourselves up to an infinite stream of possibility. We can let fear rule our lives, or we can become childlike. With curiosity, pushing our boundaries, leaping out of comfort zones, and accepting what life puts before us. Alan Watts. Begin to still your body now. Finding a steady breath. And in these next quiet moments of silent meditation, I want to invite you in this safe space to begin to consider, is there some kind of fear that you have of the unknown stretching out ahead of you? And instead of letting the avalanche of what ifs begin, can you maybe entertain the curiosity? Instead of thinking, but what if it fails? Maybe considering, what if it doesn't? What if it flies? Begin to wriggle fingers and toes. Maybe taking a few neck rolls. If your body is inviting you to take a stretch or some other movement, feel free to do it now. Listening to the wisdom of this body. If you think you would like to stay in this place of safety with the divine, you may turn off your camera. Hope you have a beautiful day. Otherwise, feel free to begin to blink open the eyes and come back to join us in the space for a sharing circle. Thank you everyone for joining.